Alright, we're about to get our second major update for this expansion, and last time I regretted not making a video on how you can make gold by capitalizing on this event. First things first, however, we need to understand what's about to change. Most people will be incredibly excited for the new weapon proficiencies, the new zone to explore, Obsidian Armor finally becoming available, and let's not forget about the Wizard's Vault refresh. And let's start with that last one first. There might be a new influx of Mystic coins on the trading post in the first few days, so this could be a good time for you to stock up if you need some for your own crafting. But be careful though, Mystic coin prices have been rising since the expansion's launch, so try not to overextend yourself. If we get another legendary starter kit, certain Generation 1 prices might take a hit. So be careful if you're crafting one right now to sell later on. But let's stop speculating and let's take a look at something we'll have more control over, and better yet, we can actually farm for. The new Obsidian Armor will most likely cause certain crafting materials to become high in demand once more. Every expansion in the past, there's always been people late to the party, who have started making or saving for new items only when an update becomes available. So there's a real possibility we might see another spike in demand for Globs of Ectoplasm. If you check their price on the trading post, it's clear some people have already been anticipating this. The good news is that you can also farm for them. I released a guide a while ago on how you can farm a mass amount of unidentified gear, and if you combine that guide with my video on how to correctly salvage them, you'll be swimming in ectos in no time. Next up are the crafting materials for the gifts of blood, fangs, bones, and so on. Right now, we're still missing one final armor set before we can actually buy the precursors for the Obsidian Armor. Two of the three previous ones required a set of gifts, and my guess is that we'll need yet another set to complete the achievement. If we combine this with the fact that not every player will have farmed or bought all of the materials for the Obsidian Armor itself, there is a very real chance that farming for materials is gonna be an excellent investment of your time in the coming weeks. I've already released a ton of videos on where and how you can farm specific materials, but let's introduce a few alternative methods. If my guesses are right, volatile magic is about to become a hot commodity, as you can exchange that for trophy shipments which contain a lot of the materials people will want to buy. In the past, I recommended mining Eternal Ice in the Biora Marshes and doing the 5 IBS strikes for Eternal Ice Shards, which all can be traded in for Season 4 currencies and consumed for volatile magic. But both methods are limited in how much magic you can acquire per day. So if you want more and you want to focus on gathering, you'll want to focus on map-specific nodes in Living World Season 4. And you can significantly get more volatile magic if you own a glyph of volatility. If you don't have one, don't feel forced to buy them, as they're incredibly expensive at 400 gold for a single glyph, and instead you can buy one of the limited use tools for karma from any of the hard vendors in Season 4 maps, or from the quartermasters in Dragonfall. If you're dead set on getting your own glyphs, here's a not so secret trick. As I said, one glyph will set you back 400 gold, which is the equivalent of about 1500 gems. Now, the Infinite Vermilion gathering tools come with 3 containers that will let you choose whatever glyph you want for 2700 gems. So these are actually a cheaper way to get 3 glyphs of volatility, or any combination of the most expensive glyphs, while also getting you 3 infinite gathering tools basically for free. And if you don't like the skins, you can simply change those in the wardrobe for any of the other ones you might already have unlocked. Apart from Living World maps, you might also want to consider harvesting all low value plants you come across. Each one of those will award you with 4 to 8 volatile magic, granted you have the right glyph or tool equipped, making those clusters of grapes, sugar pumpkins, potatoes, cauliflower and so on worth visiting every single day. And if gathering isn't your thing, you can farm enemies in any of the Season 4 maps as well. Every time an item drops, you'll get some volatile magic. And thanks to the Karmic Retribution map upgrade, you can force an item drop from every single enemy you kill. For this, ideally you want to focus on enemies that are close together and have relatively low HP. Examples are the Iboga in Istan, Inquest in the Sandswept Isles and Korna, and the Branded in Jahai. I already focused on some of the locations in my previous videos, but if you want more recommendations, feel free to join our Discord. Anyone over there will be happy to point you in the right direction. And all of this farming will most likely leave you with a ton of spirit shards, which you can use to upgrade any of the tier 5 materials to tier 6 for another good chunk of profit. So make sure you check GW2 Lunchbox or fast farming, for which you might want to upgrade before selling them on the trading post. Now, if you're still farming rifts, either for essences for your own set of armor or because you want to craft and sell Kryptis Motivations, there is another opportunity you want to know about. Last weekend, we ran 15 tier 3 rifts for one of the tasks in the Wizard's Vault, and from those, me and multiple others in our squad got around 4 unstable motivations. These have basically doubled in price from their lowest point in December. So if you see a group farming for tier 2 or 3 rifts, feel free to join them for a while, cause it's probably worth it. The reason these unstable motivations are worth so much has less to do with them being used to open convergences than with the fact that you can use them to acquire more essences. So players with more gold and time can basically buy essences and forgo rift farming altogether. Finally, you could also make some good gold by speculating on weapon skins. When ArenaNet showed us the Necromancer teaser a while back, the sword used in their video shot up in price massively. I don't feel confident enough to point out which skins are likely to do well, but if you've been playing the fashion game for a long time, this might be a really good week for you. Anyway, that's all for now. I will expand on some of the volatile magic farms in later videos, and I'll be posting open world build guides for all of the new weapons as they come out. So all that you need to do is like, comment and subscribe.